where
the
you
memes
알겠습니다, but
Yeah,
you don't actually
yeah,
알겠습니다.
yeah.
So do you stress a lot?
Oh my god.
Hello everyone, I'm Tyler. I'm a 19 at Yonsei, and I'm in international studies.
Hi, I'm Louisa and I am an exchange student.
And my name is Amara. I'm majoring in international studies. I'm a 17.5.
I'm Audrey. I'm in 18.5 and I'm majoring in CLC.
My name is Danny and I'm a 17.5 from Econ major.
I'm Hanh, I'm 18.5 and I major in international studies.
And today we're going to be answering questions about Yonsei life. So let's get started.
My expectations, my most ridiculous expectation was that I'm gonna master Korean in 2 years. Can you show the memes like here?
Yeah, I'll show you the meme where
the
you
memes here?
알겠습니다, but you
Yeah,
don't actually
yeah,
알겠습니다.
Yeah.
And I did expect to have to meet a lot of like Korean people, but that didn't really pan out. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess it's just the culture here.
I was definitely expecting like a party life. Definitely got that. Other than that, the other things definitely, came through in terms of the classes.
I guess.
Like online classes?
I think so, yeah. Online classes kind of messed up a lot of
Oh yeah, for sure.
like my sense of time, I think.
How do I manage my time?
I barely do, by the way.
I wake up early in the morning because definitely a morning person. So I like, it's so peaceful in the morning.
Oh my god, okay.
I bet you she wakes up like at 3 or something. Am I right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Sure.
But in terms of managing my time, I do my best. After class, I go immediately into my homework or my reading. And if not, I'll push it back to the weekend. Okay.
Yeah, how do I manage my time? I don't.
Wow.
Personally, I think for me it wasn't too hard. My first semester, our first 2 semesters in Yonsei, we had to be in the dorms, right? So we were basically meeting a lot of people on a daily basis. We were surrounded by all the freshmen. It's a good thing, but it's also kind of a bad thing sometimes.
Well, my first year, and then I kind of like picked and choose whoever I wanted to be friends with.
You pick and choose?
I mean, that's what you do with your
You pick and
friends,
choose?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
You pick and choose? Yeah, sure.
No? Am I? Yeah, you do. You do. Why is that weird? Exactly.
Maybe it was different back in high school, I guess.
Yeah, because high school you're nice to everyone, but in
You're
college
nice
you don't
to
have
everyone.
to. You
Yeah.
don't have time to be nice to everyone, So
Sure.
like,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, actually I learned about that, yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree, actually.
I think it's pretty easy to make friends as long as, you go to like events and put yourself out there, Everyone wants to make friends, so it's not like no one wants to make friends.
It really depends on the person, I would have to say. Some people are just very social, like myself.
Well, according to me, Korea is relatively cheaper than other countries, but it is expensive to live in Seoul specifically. Because Seoul itself is an expensive city. Like the
Why did I
rent.
gasp though? Like, I'm living here. Of course
Yeah,
I do
of
know
course
that.
you
Yeah,
know. Of
I
course
do
you
know
know.
that, yeah.
I think it's expensive. Sorry.
What do we do with that?
It's fine.
Talking to a bunch of my friends who are like studying not in Korea or in Yonsei, it might be relatively cheaper. Some people can see it as cheaper, but other people can see it as expensive.
So since she's an exchange student, she didn't, spend time in Songdo. But starting off with Songdo, since we have to spend our freshman year there, it's actually relatively cheap in terms of living, in terms of studying, like the tuition. Compared to the rest of the colleges in Korea, UIC is the most expensive. But I'm from the United States, and so is she, and both of us would agree that UIC is much more cheaper than UIC is.
So do you stress a lot?
Oh my god. Yeah,
There
for
you
sure.
have
I feel like we all do stress a lot. I feel like in the beginning of the semester I stress a bit. do when I'm feeling down. Sometimes I just cry, man. Crying helps. It really does. You just gotta do it sometimes. Like you're stuck in your room and you just, let it out. And I feel way better after that sometimes.
Do you stress a lot?
Mind blown. Oh, freak. Okay, this question.
What do you do when you're feeling down? Ooh, I think you have something to say right now. You
I
got
have
like all
what?
these like pent up feelings right now,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I
Okay.
stress a lot? I do stress a lot, but that's just like my personality, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just like that.
Is it because you like procrastinate a lot?
No, I don't.
You
dude.
don't?
I bullet journal, dude.
I mean, everyone feels stress, so yeah. I mean, it happens, but there's nothing you can't overcome. There's always what's that phrase? Like, there's always
Relief.
a rainbow at the end
Oh.
of a rainbow. Something like that.
Is it something? There's always gold at the end of the rainbow. Do you want to start that one?
Dating life. It's definitely. Oh my god, how are you talking about this?
I don't think I'm qualified to answer this question.
Wait, really? I'm not qualified either.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think I'm comfortable answering this.
It's easier to find
In Korea?
in Korea
Okay.
compared to America, I feel like, or speaking from personal experience. Just because like I feel like Korea's a very dating friendly country. There's like everywhere you go, it's very couple friendly, and like they push like dating culture a lot.
Yeah, it feels so
Here in
lonely
Korea?
during Pepperoni Day.
Oh, that's facts.
like Cherry Blossom Festival.
There's a lot of couples in
I
Korea
know.
walking around, so if you're single, just feel sad. I feel sad a lot.
Oh man.
I'm not qualified either.
I just want to say something. I've never dated a Korean person, so I don't really know what to say to this. But if I were to say something about like how in terms of like my friends' dating life, like international students like dating life, it's more, I don't know, it's more showy, it's more flashy. I wouldn't say it's like shallow. I don't want to say that it is shallow, but it is a little bit to show off.
Yeah.
To show off.
So I lived in Chile, which is a South American country, for my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I dated there, I mostly dated Koreans.
Mm-hmm.
But they're very different from what Koreans are here. Koreans kind of have like high expectations about dating,
Oh.
which is, I hope my
Interesting
girlfriend
to
doesn't
know.
see this video.
Do you want to start?
I'm gonna be honest. Well, obviously, like in America, I can't drink.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my
Because
gosh.
I wasn't 21 when I was in America. Everywhere you go in Korea, and no matter like what situation you're in, alcohol is always involved. If you're with friends,
Definitely. Yeah.
we drink a lot.
Yeah, we do.
When I moved to Seoul, it was quite different because like you have literally bars everywhere. You can go drinking freely with your friends, no matter the time, no matter the place, because like you live so close to like where you're drinking usually. Like you go to Hongdae, you go to Sinchon and all that stuff. I don't know, like go out drinking during the weekday after classes. Sometimes it happens. Also, drinking with professors is a thing. It's weird seeing your professor outside of class and just like having the time
Just
of their
there.
lives, just
Yeah.
like super chill. And I'm
Yeah.
like, professor, what? Wait, no. So you've been like putting a facade all this time in class? Like, I mean, like, yeah, for sure, but like, it's
You
just
can't
weird.
really call them
It's-
professor at that point.
Exactly.
You don't know what to call them.
Especially if they get like kind of tipsy and drunk, and I'm like, well, okay.
So I mean, as a freshman at Yonsei, you're kind of expected to drink a lot. Especially my first 3 months here, I felt like I was drinking every day for like 3 weeks straight. So my experience with drinking, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Any hopeful wisdom
Hopeful wisdom.
for the hubes? Potential hubes?
Definitely don't expect too much. There is a very insightful video that shows that Korean dramas are not the same as real life.
You are my everything.
You feel attacked.
그래, 넌 사기꾼 편이다 이거지?
Freshman life at Songdo is definitely a different experience, and I definitely recommend all freshmen coming here to get the most out of it, because you know when you're in Songdo, you always say, oh, I can't wait to go to Seoul, but then once you're here, everyone's like, oh, I miss the Songdo life. So I definitely recommend you take as much out of it as possible.
I'm a senior right now. and
Seriously.
I need to, make like how like in those American TV shows, like the parents are always like, yeah, college were my best years, whatever. You should take advantage of it.
But is it like they hype it up?
No, but I kind of get it, It's kind of like when you're becoming independent and finding who you
true,
are
true.
and like all these kind of things.
Like the midst of like your youth and your
Exactly.
adulthood.
Yeah, so you're like growing up, right? And you're changing into like an independent person.
Yeah.
So
You do your own finances.
Yeah.
You live your own life. Thank you everyone for watching.
Please like and subscribe.
And please check out our socials below.